So the first few years at Rebuild were about figuring out how do you even run a construction reuse hub that works. It was around getting customers through the door, engaging with contractors, figuring out how do you move and store and price materials. But the one that we have in Carlisle works really well now. We have a high volume of repeat customers. We've done over 200 community projects and we've diverted over 1,000 tonnes of materials so far. We don't call it waste, we would say we're preventing it from becoming a waste.
So over the last few years, our customers have moved away from the traditional sort of reporting against landfill diversion and really started to look at the holistic view of their waste across the total hierarchy. So that obviously starts at prevention, and organisations like Rebuild CIC really do create opportunities for customers to look at materials that don't need to become a waste, to actually get them back into community, delivering social impact and community benefit.
We're ambitious to do way more. We want to be doing a lot more with communities and with schools and with education. We want to talk way more to industry, to contractors, to begin to look at those materials as a resource and not as a waste, and begin to just see what is possible if you think about things a little bit differently. And we want to do a lot more research to understand, well, why do these materials end up here in the first place? We've just moved into the space, so there's still kind of things everywhere, but this is going to be tools, gardening equipment. And we opened the tool library a couple of years ago, and then after we had the tool library, we found lots of people maybe clear out their garages or their sheds, so we get loads of tools, so many tools. That's what we used to make the sign with out of old tools we couldn't sell. We like to use everything if we can. I come from a contractor background, so I get why it's hard and why we have surplus materials. There is not a single contractor in the country that's buying extra on purpose, but you're driven by really tight programs, tight margins. Getting the project finished on time is really important. And our systems just aren't really geared up for minimising waste and for thinking about where do materials go to waste. So when we set up Rebuild, we were really trying to think about it in a way that it's making it easier to avoid that. Door fixings, door handles, bits of plumbing, bits of roofing over here. The timber area. Timber always goes really fast. It's such a useful material. We're really keen on finding partnerships and talking more about what we're doing and getting more and more people thinking about the materials as a resource and not as a waste. And so, for example, with Reconomy, not just raising our profile by talking about what we do, but actually signposting to organisations that maybe have got materials that they don't want to go to waste, to say this might be something that Rebuild could accept. And we've had a couple of examples of that through the relationship we've got with Reconomy.
So I think it was back in 2023, I met some of the Rebuild team at a client conference, and they were actually promoting the Rebuild CIC and all the benefits that brought to the local community. That led to me going up and visiting Rebuild up in Cumbria. I was absolutely blown away, and during my time of the visit, it was great to see so many of the local community coming in, talking about the projects that they were underway with, and seeing that the benefit that I brought to the Cumbria community was absolutely fantastic.
So we've done some projects with Rebuild, and one of them that sticks out for me was around some doors that were not fit for purpose for sites, in terms of they were the wrong product, but they were absolutely fine. Now typically in a normal waste management scenario, they'd have probably ended up going for energy from waste, but with utilising Rebuilds, they've then gone into the store to be sold to the local community. I think it's a real progressive side to the industry now, is that people are moving away from that throwaway culture into the reuse and certainly circular solutions.
I think it's great that businesses are thinking more about sustainability and they're thinking more about making changes. I still think there's quite a long way to go. Recycling is bottom of your list, really. You should be thinking more about keeping materials at their highest level of use. And I think we have a lot of businesses now locally beginning to engage with us in doing something about their end-of-life stock and their dead stock and their materials that is perfectly usable. But I would like to see businesses also thinking about how might they buy secondhand and how might they reuse materials. And we are seeing businesses maybe buying furniture secondhand instead of brand new, and I think that change would have even more of an impact.
So in the future, I can see the partnership growing by firstly pushing more and more surplus materials into Rebuild CIC and other like-minded organisations. Similarly, I think collaboration is absolutely key here, and it will be great to see more and more Rebuild CICs, more and more reuse hubs pop up all over the country. I think some of the challenges is geography, and the more and more opportunities that you have in a locality, and you haven't got to sort of travel those materials all over the country, the more benefit that's going to have for local communities and really drive social value benefit.